Friday, June 27, 2025. Today on The Young and the Restless, Nick warns Kane, Lily kisses Damien, and Victor doesn't want Ashby back in Genoa City. At Kane's chateau in the south of France, the Newmans sit on the train car with Sharon. Nicky can't believe they are stuck there. Nick had no idea that rain could wipe out the roads and tracks. Victor tries to order a helicopter, but there's no signal. Nicky is starting to suspect this was all planned. Nick can't imagine why, but Victor thinks it's a plan to wear them down. Nicky declares that Kane can't hold them all there until they sell Chancellor. Victor is confident that this is all part of a backup plan, but he doesn't know what that is. They speculate on whether Kane's plan involves other guests. Nick wonders if Billy might be involved. His father swiftly dismisses this, sure that Billy Boy is happy just enjoying free booze and that won't impress Kane. Nicky ponders whether Lily could be out for revenge on them for pushing her out. Victor doubts it. Nick points out that Lily seemed disgusted to see Kane. Nicky knows that can be faked. Kane is a master conman and could have charmed Lily into doing his bidding. All I'm telling you is we've got to keep our eyes open, Victor urges. He suggests that Kane could be using Jack and Diane, which is even more treacherous. Nicky's unconvinced and wishes they were home. She'd feel much less anxious. Phyllis arrives and declares that they are all trapped in paradise together. Enjoy the free croissants, Nicky says. Phyllis plans to enjoy everything. She's been stuck in worse places. Nicky makes it clear they're all eager to leave. Phyllis would be happy to be stuck there for months. Kane has been a prince since they arrived. When Nicky objects, Phyllis calls her the enemy of fun. Nick guesses Phyllis has talked with Kane. She claims they had a productive discussion. Nicky wonders why her future would have anything to do with Ashby. They all squint at Phyllis, who explains that she had few prospects in Genoa City, but Kane seems to think she could be an exciting addition to his empire. When they ask what that means, she's vague, so they guess she hasn't been offered a real job. Phyllis brags that Kane is excited to do business with her. Victor says she never learns. This is all empty promises. Phyllis thinks Victor is just concerned that Kane is rising to his level. The Newman dismisses this, but she insists that Kane will be a powerful force in Genoa City. She plans to be right by his side. This makes Victor smirk and Nicky look appalled. Once Nicky and Victor clear out, Nick tells Phyllis it's time for him to have a talk with Kane himself. He asks her and Sharon if they will be okay on their own. They promise not to maul one another and insist they get along all the time. Like Thelma and Louise, but with a happy ending. After Nick walks out, Phyllis says he's silly and Sharon says he can't stop being protective. They try some small talk about the weather and then awkwardly look for something to say. Propping up, Sharon tells Phyllis that it's incredibly stupid of her to trust Kane. This all seems like it could be a diabolical spectacle. Phyllis finds that hard to believe given how long they've known Kane. Even Jill forgave him after he lied. There's just something off about this whole thing, Sharon insists. Kane seems different and Phyllis could be putting herself in the middle of something. Phyllis admits she's more afraid of never getting another job or being able to dig herself out of the hole she's in. She wonders why Sharon cares so much. Because, Sharon says, we are friends. Phyllis guesses Sharon is trying to protect her like a friend would and thanks her, but she doesn't need protection. She can see the danger signs, but also the opportunities. Sharon compares what's happening to what Martin did to them, but Phyllis thinks they are totally different situations. Trapped is trapped, says Sharon. Phyllis asks how she's coping with this. Sharon isn't having a panic attack or anything, but the similarities are unnerving her. Phyllis says that Kane is not a psycho, just a guy who reinvented himself to build an empire. Maybe he wanted to do that without everyone in Genoa City judging him. It occurs to Sharon that if Kane is playing a game, Phyllis could outsmart him at it. Phyllis thanks her for thinking that. Sharon is sure she could outsmart anyone but her, of course. I'm gonna let you win that argument, Phyllis laughs. Sharon thinks maybe they finally are learning to get along. They walk out with their arms around one another. Lily and Damien try to relax by the pool. She says last night was hard. He offers to help relieve the stress by playing another round of Go Fish. They play an imaginary round with no cards until she starts laughing. Kane arrives, assuming they are disappointed that their departure has been delayed. It's funny how the universe works, he muses, pointing to how he hired Damien without knowing he was Nate's half-brother and her friend. "How do you know we're just friends?" she asks, reminding her ex that her personal life is none of his business. After Damien asks his former boss to listen to her, Kane requests 5 minutes alone with Lily. Damien agrees to hit the pool and walks off with a towel. Lily starts the clock. Kane is well aware of the boundaries she set, but he's looking forward to changing her mind about the path she's on. He's determined to get her back on track with him. "You're delusional," she snaps, insisting she will never take him back. Kane wants time to convince her that his intentions have been pure. Lily declares that will never happen. Kane urges her not to trust Damien. He's taking advantage of her now and will hurt her in the future. She reminds him that he hired that man. Kane points out Damien lied about who he was the whole time. Lily reminds Kane of all his lies. Kane points out that Lily and Devon tried to get Damien to spy on him, so she has no high moral ground in this. He was trying to protect her company. His intentions were always to come home to her. Lily doesn't know who he is now. He's not the man she fell for years ago, and she doubts he even knows who he is at this point. Kane reminds her of the depth of their love and the vows he made. He recites them, reminding her that he promised to always be her soft place to fall. Lily tells him they are no longer the sappy kids who made those vows. Kane's aware of that, but has never stopped loving her. Lily thinks that's sad since she has stopped loving him. No promises or excuses he makes will change that. Never. Damien returns and asks if she's all right. Lily pulls him into a kiss and then says things are much better. Kane hangs his head and walks. Damien immediately guesses that the kiss was for Kane's benefit, but he's complaining about it. Lily admits it wasn't planned. He offers to oblige her if she needs someone to take one for the team to send her ex a message. He admits that he's wanted to kiss her since he first saw her, but would prefer it if it wasn't an act. She's sorry she didn't give him a heads up, but admits she's also wanted to kiss him. Victor wants to stay. In the maze, Kane runs into Victor and apologizes for the inconvenience caused by the storm. Victor doesn't care about how well-stocked the bar is. He and his family want to get out of there. Kane would like to accommodate, but he can't control the weather or the electrical grid. He promises not to bring up Chancellor again. Nikki joins them and Kane suggests that they enjoy this as a vacation rather than a prison sentence. Once he walks off, Nikki asks when they will be able to leave. Victor doesn't think that will happen for some time. He assumes that all of this has been done for his benefit. It's like Kane wants to prove he's a worthy opponent. If that's his intention, he better bring it on because he'll go after him twice as far. Sticking around may be the best way to find out what he's after. As he walks in the maze, Kane runs into Nick, who concedes that he is finding all of this baffling. He can't come up with any good reasons why Kane hid his identity while building a massive fortune. Kane explains that some things are as simple as they look. None of this seems simple to Nick. The way Kane has revealed himself seemed designed to make them trust him less. This doesn't surprise Ashby, who still hopes that he will trust that he's been sincere about why he created the Dumas persona and why he wants to come home. Nick still doesn't buy it. He makes it clear that they will have a problem if Kane comes after Nikki and Chancellor. Kane says he made his offer, Victor turned him down and he's moving on. Nick hopes that's true because he's determined to protect his family, whatever it takes. When Nick asks Kane to assure him he has nothing to worry about, he instead tells him to enjoy his morning and walks off. Victor, Nikki, and Nick find Lily by the pool. They gather she was surprised to learn that Kane was Dumas. She admits she was blindsided. So much so that she hardly has words to describe how she feels. He lied to her just like everyone else. Lily has no idea what's next but thinks they all need to watch their backs. Victor makes it clear he doesn't want Ashby coming to Genoa City and disrupting their lives. On the train car, Kane approaches Damien as he's pouring coffee. When he asks Damien if he's wondering why he fired him, Damien says it doesn't matter because he's landed somewhere better. Kane urges him to reconsider taking the job at Winters and advises him to stay away from Lily altogether. Damien reminds him that he no longer answers to him and walks away.